Hello you guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Alexia. Whoa, what's going on, baby? So I'm gonna go ahead and forewarn you guys that Bentley is down here playing, so you might hear this little keyboard go off or his rattle. So today's video is going to be travel tips and tricks. We just got back from a 2.5 day trip, and I just wanted to share with you some of the things that we learned. Traveling with a baby is not necessarily an easy task, and it can be a little bit daunting too. So I just wanted to share with you some of the tips and tricks that we learned along this trip, and I'm sure that I'll have more tips when we take a longer trip. Also, this is kind of more catered towards road trips because that's what we did. I don't know about flying with babies, that's terrifying. I don't know about that, but this is for road trips. Try to leave when they would typically be sleeping. That could be either nap time or it could be nighttime if you're comfortable driving at night. We did it at night so that it would be when he sleeps the longest and he would be the most tired. That seemed to really help. He slept for most of the way. Mind you, we didn't have a super long drive. It was only like 3.5 hours maybe, but definitely try to leave whenever they would typically be sleeping. My next piece of advice is to feed them right before you leave, so they've got a nice full belly and they're even more likely to fall asleep that way just because they're the most comfortable. Make sure that you stop every 2 to 3 hours to get your baby out, let them stretch their legs, nurse, feed them a bottle, however you feed your baby. Just get them fed, let them stretch, and just help to comfort them through this weird road trip that they've never done before. But it also just helps to make sure that they're not scrunched up in their car seat for too long and have any type of airway problems. That way you make sure that they're good, they're stretched, and they're ready to get back in. So I'm gonna say that you should overpack, because you never know when your baby's gonna have a blowout. You never know when they're gonna spit up a lot. You never know when an outfit's gonna get ruined and you need a new one. You don't know how much that's gonna happen. So I definitely recommend overpacking, not only for your baby, but if you have a spitty baby, then also for you, because you don't know when you're gonna get thrown up on and need to change your shirt. So I highly recommend overpacking from what you think you need clothes-wise. Okay, my next one is not to pack too many diapers. I would advise just to pack enough to get you there, and then buy diapers when you're there to save space on traveling, and just so that it's less stress. You're not trying to figure out how many diapers you're gonna need. I would recommend not bringing diapers. Well, obviously bring diapers to you get the point. So I'm gonna recommend that you find something that your baby likes to sleep in that you can bring. If your baby is young enough to still be in a bassinet, we literally broke down our bassinet and brought it with us, and that's what he slept in, and he honestly slept pretty good still, overnight. I know that Amazon has these travel baby crib things that you could invest in, but just try to find somewhere for your baby to sleep. I know that that might seem like an obvious thing, but sometimes you don't think about well, where's the baby gonna sleep? They can't just sleep in a hotel bed or something, you know what I mean? Unless y'all co-sleep, but we don't, so I was definitely needing to bring something for him to sleep in. Okay, so my next one is any of your baby's favorite things. If there's any specific toy that they seem to always like, or say they always like to be in their swing or a bouncer or something like that, bring that comfort item. I know it might seem like a big item or an unnecessary or whatever it may be. I would bring their comfort item. If there's something that you know always calms them down, bring it. So my next one is to try to keep the back seat free if at all possible. That way if you do have to pull over, it's easy to climb back there and comfort your baby or figure out what your baby needs without having all of this stuff in the way. So if you can try to keep your back seat clear, at least one spot next to the baby, I highly recommend that. Oh, bring a sound machine. 100% bring a sound machine. Bentley doesn't sleep without a sound machine, period. So if I would have forgot the sound machine, it would have been a very, very, very long trip. But definitely bring a sound machine. That's good for more than just sleeping. It also is good to calm them down when they're super fussy as well. Try to stay as close to the routine that you usually have at home as possible. I know sometimes that's a little bit difficult to accomplish, but as much as you can, try to stay close to that routine of when they typically eat, when they take naps, when they go to bed, stuff like that. Try to stay as close to routine as possible to make it a little bit easier when you get back home. When you're in the car driving, if they start to cry, first try cracking the window. That seems to help a lot of babies for some reason. I don't know what it is about it. Cracking the window seems to be slightly effective. Music. Have music playing in the car, even if it's soft, quiet, or classical or whatever. Just have some music playing in the car. It seems to help a lot. I don't know if it's just because they like to listen to it, or I personally don't like sitting in silence, so I can't imagine that they would either. And then the last one is, if you can, try to have somebody sit in the back with the baby. If you have more than one person, if it's not just you and your baby traveling, try to have somebody sit in the back with the baby, just because overall the baby's gonna be a lot more comfortable like that. So I sat in the back for probably half of the trip. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for this quick little video. I just wanted to share. He's talking now. What are you doing? Are you playing? Here. Whoa. Here. Okay, his little keyboard is gonna be going off. He just keeps talking. That's all I have. I just wanted to share some of my little tips and tricks that we learned on this trip with you. Make sure you make sure you like and subscribe and comment, all of those good things. I love you guys, I always will, and I will see you soon. This is one of my bonus videos, so I'll see you Saturday.